Hello good friends, it's the Try-Keen, and thanks for joining me for another 3DS project on my channel, which happens to be a sort of a return to a game I did many years ago, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in 3D. And why have I decided to do this kind of game again? Well, it's for a certain kind of challenge. It's a challenge that definitely has been done quite a few times on YouTube and everything, but it's something I haven't really tried out myself either on or off screen. So I figure why not do it at this particular time when the game is already celebrating its 20th anniversary later this month. Anyways, let's go and get this started. We'll go and get a new game started. We'll keep the Link name on here. I haven't really thought of a unique name to even put in. I couldn't even think of one before recording. But anyways, I'm going to quickly explain that the challenge for this project is going to be to complete the game with just 3 hearts. So in other words, this is a 3-heart run. I can't grab heart containers or pieces of heart. I hope you all look forward to a challenge as big as that, as it's something I've never really got to fulfill growing up, but it's something that is long overdue, especially for a game that I've enjoyed for so many years. Time to get it going now. Now, as we progress along with the game story, I'm not really going to read out what's on screen and everything in terms of narration or even character lines, since this game is very widely known around the internet, or even just people who don't even like going on the internet. I would just rather have a little conversation with you all about my experiences with this kind of game, and even other kinds of Zelda experiences, which can be really fun to detail. I think I'll first start off my impressions for Ocarina 3D, at least before it came out. I did feel sort of excited for it, as the graphics look very impressive, and even the animations look very well improved as well. My biggest concern going into it was definitely the buttons, since we're not using a N64 controller, since the game released on N64, or even a GameCube controller for when you play it on the GameCube, or even Virtual Console. But as I got more used to the button input for all this, I decided, well, I think it's not as bad as people would think, especially if this may be their first edition of this game, the 3D edition, and not the old school kind. I would say the biggest compliment to this version has to do with this thing called gyroscope aiming. It is a huge improvement for using weapon aiming, or even just camera control when looking around for certain things. Because having to use the control stick to move a camera around, or even aiming around a bow and arrow, those issues appear to be like fixed with gyro controls in this kind of game. Anyways, Navi has woken us up in a way that I am not that pleased about. I think I'll go ahead and show off one quick thing before we head out the door. I don't know if it's enabled in this version yet or not. Nope, I can't use that yet. It'll have to be used later. Maybe I'll show it off much later on in the game, but I don't really plan to collect a lot of things in this game. I'd rather rush through this as fast as I can, like that, rather than just go down the ladder. Anyways, I'll go ahead and get some rupees collected so I can buy that shield, because I can't get through to the Deku Tree without a shield, and also a sword. And heck, I can't even fight off the boss without a sword either. But the shield is necessary to essentially get through certain doors, and the way to talk to Navi in this game is to press that one button in the top left corner of the touchscreen. So yeah, if you may notice on the touchscreen there are buttons for X and Y, and even some 1 and 2s in those corners. Those kind of buttons are mainly ideal for like one-time use or very seldom use items. I primarily used those a lot more in the Majora's Mask 3D game, when exchanging out masks to wear. See if I can beat out that boulder right there. And luckily I did. Yeah. That bush can't even be, or should I say that piece of grass couldn't be nice to give me 1 rupee right there before crawling back through this tunnel. Yeah, who cares if I slashed off a sign? I pretty much know what that kind of stuff is anyway. It's just tutorial stuff. I may not know exactly what it says, but all I know is that it's tutorial related. Just need 14 more. And I better take it slow across this bridge because I tend to walk way too fast on it before getting off of it. Should be one more back here. I know that there is one behind the counter in that shop. And I'm not gonna talk to you with your look this way stuff. Alrighty, give me your shield. And I'll keep my 1 last rupee. It's kind of disappointing that I still have to go to the gear screen just to equip it, but at least it only has to be equipped just once. But when I had to get another shield later on, I had to still use the gear for that. But at least equipping it only takes a very short time. Might as well get the first Deku stick of the game. Alright, I'm gonna... Ooh! Oh gosh, I sort of pulled it off! Yeah, he's actually standing a little bit further than he would normally could in a normal playthrough of this. What I essentially did was try to hit off that wall and give him a strong running start towards the Deku Tree right there. I can't believe I pulled that off. I tried to get it off the wall, but I never heard it clank off, so he didn't go much further on, but he actually went at least a couple steps much further, and I'm really happy to see that. Alrighty, we're inside the Deku Tree. Already just 9 minutes into recording. I'm gonna see if I can get this dungeon done in just 1 video. I should be able to get this dungeon done within 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, I better equip the sticks right now. Yeah, I know I can climb these. But yeah, Deku Nuts are something I may not use as much, but I probably could for a 3-heart run, especially against much more dangerous enemies. Which can actually just freeze them and allow me time to just get a quick hit on them while they're frozen. or if I just need to catch my breath for a certain one in which it's driving me crazy. But I pretty much don't need it for even this dungeon, or even any of the child dungeons, because I'm pretty sure I can do all these child dungeons with 3 hearts. But the bigger challenge is going to be doing the dungeons as an adult. Alrighty, the big item of the dungeon. And it'll give me my first opportunity to sample out gyroscope controls for... So yeah, when you move your 3DS around like this, you get better aiming like that. When you just use the circle pad, you only move like at that kind of speed. But when you move the 3DS around, you move it so fast, it just speeds things up. But not only does it speed things up, but it also improves accuracy of aiming ammo. That was one of my biggest problems with the old versions. The accuracy of aiming. Especially in certain mini games that involve accurate shooting for certain things. Why is my aiming off of that? Too bad I missed those Deku nuts over there, but I still got plenty. Alrighty, I'll just go ahead and get the door opened really quick. Something I usually do before finishing up everything else in the room. I don't see myself trying to pull off other kinds of glitches in this run. Some are possible for the 3D version, but they could be just way too tricky to pull off, and I don't want to have to like go through so many cuts to try and get it all to work. You got the Deku seeds mixed in with the rupee, which is funny. And I got the backside of him aimed before he could even turn his face at me. Okay, one more thing to get in here. Over there is a gold Skulltula. I will be collecting some gold Skulltulas, but not all. Primarily for just the wallet upgrades. I will be going for wallet and ammo upgrades, just no hearts. Oops. Alrighty. Okay, the blind aim here. Yeah, that landing almost didn't feel that pleasant, but at least we got something going with it. Oh, how did I miss that? That is awfully stupid. That's better. Alrighty, one more hit here. So what I essentially need for wallet upgrades is 10 gold Skulltula tokens and also 30. I can't really go for the other Skulltula upgrades because I'm pretty sure at least one of them involves a piece of heart, which I absolutely cannot even go for. Now, I'll bet there could be a time in which I grab a heart piece by accident, simply because I played a certain game that had that as a prize, but I'm going to try to avoid that as much as I can. I would say as long as I don't collect more than 3 pieces of heart, things will be fine. To make this a 3-heart run. Yeah, the water. Felt kind of worried that I would actually swim past that switch after I let go of the control stick when landing in the water like that. Yeah, I could even use the gyroscope aiming to use the kind of first view camera. Even though it's not really through Link's eyes. Still really essential for looking around. Why do I keep thinking I have the slingshot hooked up to the Y button? Alrighty, time to grab this forward. Well, actually more like pull it backward. I mean, if I'm going forward, that means I have to push it. Kind of stupid on that front. How did I miss that torch? Oh! Only lost half a heart, and I can definitely get one back through, like, pieces of grass or something. Alrighty. Now, one thing I usually do before entering this part of the room is shoot these down, just so that they don't have to come down and attack me. And I essentially cannot access that doorway because there is... And I lost the digger stick. But 4 is still plenty to get me through the rest of the dungeon. Just a couple more puzzles to go through and we'll be done. Ooh, got sort of lucky right there. Alrighty, I'm gonna see if I can get Queen Goma destroyed a lot faster with this one trick. It's not really a glitch trick, it's just a, let's say, a more overpowered kind of thing. If I can view up. There we go. Oh, dang. Say, from what I've seen in, like, speedruns and such, the Deku Stick appears to be about as strong as, like, the Master Sword. That, essentially, Goma just got back to her sane self. Well, that wasn't too bad for amount of hits necessary. Just gotta make sure I don't collect that heart container. Where'd they set it? Okay, it's right there, so just go around it.